Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Batman wave from McFarlane. Well, this is not the entire Batman wave, or the Batman movie wave from McFarlane from the DC Multiverse. This is a sum. I am missing a couple of figures, but I plan not to get all of the figures that are in the Batman movie lineup, or wave, I should say. So we're going to be taking a look at Riddler, Catwoman, Batman, Batcycle, and the Drift of the Motorcycle. As always, we're going to take a look at the figure, or in this case, motorcycles, or vehicles, however you want to pronounce it. We're going to take a look at the articulation, paint, and sculpture, and if it's worth your purchase. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, not only to support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at Riddler first. So Riddler comes with this little accessory right here. Hopefully my camera can pick it up. Nothing's big or major. It comes with the card as always. It's the back. And let's see if we can read it up here. And it comes with the regular stand. So let's take a look at Riddler. So Riddler itself looks pretty good. The face sculpt is very, very good. Very similar to the movie. I do like the eyes inside. Yes, it does have side eyes, but you can't really see because of the glasses or goggles. So I guess that's a kind of a good thing. I guess depends on how you like the whole side eyes thing. But the face sculpture is good. Articulation is okay. Actually pretty stiff. But I do like the material. I do like the jacket here. I do like the hoodie in the back. So I gotta say the overall head sculpture is very good. Articulation is unfortunate. Arms is pretty good on both sides. Articulation, again, is really good. I do like the Riddler symbol. Upper torso does not move at all, so keep that in mind. The wrist, the elbows look pretty good. Wrists do move as well, too. So overall, the upper body is good. The legs do articulate to a certain extent. Knees do bend. Again, I'm not very... There we go. It is a new figure. But overall, it's a very good figure. I do like the boots here. Very good. So overall, it's a good figure. Unfortunately, the articulation in the torso is not good. So keep that in mind. But overall, very good figure. I do like the paint job. Very similar to the Riddler from the movie. And I gotta say, it's a good figure. Nothing too great or amazing. It's just good. It's one of those figures like, okay, I can work with it. So, and plus the costume for the Riddler in the movie, it's nothing significant, so overall, I would say it's a very good figure. Next up, we'll take a look at Catwoman. Now, for Catwoman, there's different versions of Catwoman. There is one... Well, let's take a look at the accessories, sorry, before we begin talking about the figure itself. So let's take a look at the accessories. So Catwoman comes with a whip. My camera can't pick it up. And as always, you do come with a card. So this is the front of the card. And the back of the card. Alright. So as I was mentioning, Catwoman there are different versions of Catwoman. There's a regular version, which is this one. It comes masked. There is another version that's unmasked. And apparently there is another version which is gold label. And I believe that's a Walmart exclusive. And apparently, and again, don't quote me on it because I have not seen it in person, there is more detail in the head sculpture for Catwoman for the gold label. So, yeah, I don't plan on getting it. If I see it at the store, great. If not, it's all good. But Catwoman itself, let's take a look at Catwoman. So, I gotta say, Catwoman articulation, very good. Well, decent on the head. Come on, camera, pick it up. There you go. Head sculpture is okay. Head sculpt is okay as well. Nothing too great about this figure. I do like how that material on the mask is it's a little detail. The eyes look okay. Articulation, like I said, is okay. The swivel, very decent. Articulation of the arms is fairly decent as well too. Both sides. Elbows do move, which is a good thing. Upper torso, it does flexible. There's like a pretty decent amount of flexibility, which is good. Nothing really too much in terms of the body paint. So overall, it's an okay figure. Legs do articulate, the knees. There's the legs. Joints, very good. I do like the toes. It does look kind of funny because she does wear heels, but yet when you have it bent up, it looks kind of odd. Obviously, in terms of the paint, it's all solid one color except for the belt, which is the gloss finish. So overall, the figure itself is an okay figure. I'm not a fan of it. But again, even in the movie, the Catwoman costume is nothing too extravagant or anything. So in terms of this figure, would I recommend it? I would say yes if you get it on sale. Luckily, I did get this on sale from Target. It was the buy two, get one free. And unfortunately, I did get my wave late, and I have not gotten my Penguin figure. But in terms of Catwoman, I would say get Catwoman if it's on sale. Somewhat similar to Riddler. There's nothing special about this figure. No offense to Catwoman, any Catwoman fans. Just the figure itself is okay. Nothing special about it. So that's just my opinion. Overall, figure. Now let's take a look at Batman. Now for Batman, it comes with grappling gun. Hopefully my camera can pick it up. If not, just a regular grappling gun. Nothing too crazy. And of course it comes with a card. This is the front of the card. And the back of the card. Alright. So for Batman, there was a bit of an error for the first batch of the Batman figure. And I'll show you which some parts that are bad. First off, the torso, this is upside down. So as you can see, this is the upside down version. I got the first batch, so I'm assuming someone bought it. They noticed of the error and they probably returned it. And since I did purchase this late, I got the first batch of the Batman figure, which is okay. So that's one problem with this figure, is the torso is upside down. The second problem is, as you can see right here, this is for, you see that the hoodie, this shouldn't be on here. This hoodie, or I should say this upper torso, should be for the unmasked version of Batman, because obviously he's wearing a mask. If he takes off his mask, it doesn't make any sense here. So as you can see, this is the wrong upper body for this particular version of Batman. This should be the unmasked version, and like I said, then you have here the hoodie. So this is I don't know, some people say it's kind of rare. It depends how you look at it. For me, unfortunately, I did get the wrong batch of Batman. It is what it is. Do I plan on getting the corrected version? If I find it at the store, yes. If I don't, not a big deal for me. Alright, now let's take a look at the Batman figure. So I gotta say, first off, this is a really, really, really good figure. I do like, if my camera can pick it up. Come on, camera. Any day now. There we go. I gotta say, the articulation is pretty good on Batman. I do like the face. I like the detail. I like the stitching. Even on this pointy ears, very, very good. The lips is very good. The eyes are good. Yes, it does have side eyes. Unfortunately, I know some people don't like it. I'm one of those people. But it does have side eyes. The upper torso does not move a lot. Oh, it does move. There we go. So, decent amount. Yes, this is upside down. It is what it is. I do like the shoulder pads here. Articulation of the shoulder is very good on both sides. The cape is very good too. Overall, so far, upper body, solid piece. Elbow to move. Swivel. His left hand does have for the grappling gun. His right hand has a hand chop, which you can replace it with one of the vehicles that come with a replaceable hand, which we'll go over in a bit. The articulation on these is very good. Swivel, very good. Knees bent. Boots are good. So overall, good figure. I gotta say, McFarlane did a really good job with the Batman figure. Unfortunately, there are some errors, like I said, of the upper torso being incorrect for this particular version and the hoodie. There are different versions of the Batman. There is this version, there is an unmasked version, and for the Batman or Bruce Wayne, there is a Drifter, which kind of goes hand in hand with the Drifter cycle. There is an unmasked version of Drifter and a masked version of Drifter. And for me, I plan on just getting just this version of Batman. If I see the on sale, the Drifters, I might get them, but for the most part, I'm happy with the Batman. Now, for Batman, would I recommend it? I would say absolutely. I think McFarlane did a really good job with Batman. The color, the paint's good, articulation's good. Like I said, there are some errors. I did get the error run, but it's okay. The Batman symbol is very good too. Utility belt's good. I like how it's glossy back. The paint's good, very dark, almost like grayish color, like a dark gray color on the armor. And he did a really good job. So thumbs up for me, man. This is a very good figure. I do like this figure a lot. All right, now let's take a look at the Batcycle. So Batcycle comes with a card, front, there's the back, and it does come with a replaceable hand. It's the Batman's right hand, which my camera can't pick it up, but there it is. So if you do get the Batman, you can replace his hand with this hand, and you can put him on here. But we're not going to show that, we're just going to show the vehicle itself. So let's take a look at the Batcycle. Batcycle, there's two sides to it, and each side is a little different, so we'll start with this side. So in terms of the details and sculpture, I gotta say this is very, very good. I like that paint job here, the detail on the exhaust. You can almost see the clamps on here too. I'm not too sure what this is. Looks like it could be an intake or exhaust manifold, but it is what it is. The exhaust here look very good. I do like the detail here. The tires, the brake caliber is very good too. The detail on the tire thread is very good. I know this is kind of like a faded headlight, so yeah, it does swivel, which is very good. I do like how it does move on its own on both sides. Oh yeah, the motorcycles do come with a stand. Just pops it in. I do, again, this is very, very detailed. And for 30 bucks, I gotta say, this is a very good motorcycle. I really dig it. The paint job, I like how it looks kind of like that greasy, used up engine. It's not super clean and polished. It looks just dirty and, like, again, used up. So here's the brake caliber again. You can see it. Obviously, on this side, very similar. But what is different, though, is in the back. So you can see here the chain on the motorcycle. On the other side, you don't really see that. See the difference? Very detailed on the exhaust, the engine again. The engine looks about similar to compared to the other side. Here is that portion right there. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the gauges. But for the most part, I gotta say, the Batcycle looks very good. Even in the front, if you look at it, that detail on the engine, very, very good. I like that thread on the tires. Overall, really good piece and 100% highly recommend it. The only downside is I wish it was kind of like a little bit damaged. It looked like used up compared to the Drifter. Because I'll show you the bit how Drifter looks. But I wish it had that kind of look of it's been used and abused and has some marks to it. But it is what it is. Now let's take a look at the Drifter motorcycle. So with Drifter motorcycle, it does come with a helmet. And I gotta say, I do dig the helmet. I like how it's used. It has that marks on here as well too. It just looks like a helmet that's been used and abused. I do like it. I do like the glossing on the front. My apologies for my camera not picking up the motorcycle. But there you go. Overall, very detailed helmet. Very good. And you can replace it. Like I said, this is for the Drifter Batman. Very cool. It comes with a card, as always, the front and the back. And of course, it comes with the stand. Alright, so for the Drifter motorcycle, compared to the Batcycle, this is top notch. This is a must buy. Just look at the amount of detail for 30 bucks. Don't get me wrong, I like the Batcycle. Very good. But this is a standout. And like I mentioned in the Batcycle looks clean. This just looks used up, like it's scratched and been used and abused, and I dig that. I do like this brown color here. Again, very detailed. Old school, but yet a little bit of modern look. I like how it's not just a solid, clean piece. It looks greased and used. The exhaust looks very, very good. Obviously, this side you can see the chain, very similar to the Batcycle. One side you can see the chain, and the other side you don't see the chain. But the Drifter cycle looks very good. I like how you can see the actual headers here, the detail in the engine. Looks like that's going to be the intake ports here. The detail on the wheels, the tire thread. Very, 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 very good job. I like how it's cracked here. Unfortunately, my camera won't be able to pick it up, but it's cracked lens. Nothing in the gauge. Actually, there's no gauges at all. The top part is very, very good. I get it. Now, I noticed another thing too right now is this side, you can see all the banged up on the gas tank. On the other side is even more detail. So I do like how it's one side is, you know, somewhat cleaner than the other. Also too, even in the headlight lens too. This side, again, notice right here, just look right here. And then the other side, completely different. Again, very, very detailed. This is one of those things where you have vehicles you have to look in person to really appreciate the sculpture. And I gotta say, McFarlane did a really good job with the drifter cycles. Both cycles look very good, but in my opinion, the standout is going to be the drifter cycle. And yes, 100%, I would highly recommend it. The paint's good. It does, unfortunately, it does not swivel. Oh, it does swivel. It's a bit stiff, so keep that in mind. But overall, fantastic. Fantastic sculpture. All right. So that concludes an overview of the Batcycle, the Drifter Cycle, Catwoman, Riddler, and Batman. Batman with the error. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me in terms of which is the best one? And I think out of all the whole Batman wave, I think my favorite is not even an actual figure. It's actual a cycle, which is going to be the Drifter Cycle. But my second best would be probably, my second choice would be Batman, the corrected version, and the masked version. I do not plan on getting the unmasked version. Not really my cup of tea. And I do wish I can compare it to, not Riddler, Penguin, but my pre-order is still on delayed from Target. And if you are a fellow collector and you do pre-orders or make purchases via Target app, you know my pain, or you know the pain of Target delaying, and it's still delayed. So it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. What are you guys' favorites so far? Out of all these 5, the cycles and the 3 figures, which is your favorite? Leave it in the comment section below. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only support the channel, but also keep up to date and watch videos like this. So this concludes an overview of the Batman wave from the DC Multiverse, and on to the next one.